At the end of the Series 12 finale, The Timeless Children, the Doctor defeats the Master and his army of Cybermasters, then uses her TARDIS on Gallifrey to get back to her own TARDIS on some unnamed alien world. Looks like all is well and done, but suddenly the episode throws it on another twist as the Jejune appear and transport the Doctor to be imprisoned there forever. Many have speculated that this prison is in fact Shada, a prison that technically first appeared in the 4th Doctor story, Shada. This is a theory I'm fully on board with, so today I bring you all the evidence that the Doctor is trapped in Shada. Evidence number 1, the Time Lord connection. The first and most obvious piece of evidence is the fact that Shada is a prison built by the Time Lords for those they saw to be extremely dangerous and would-be conquerors of the universe. The Doctor is of course technically a Time Lord, and also in their eyes someone that the Time Lords view as extremely dangerous and someone who must be captured, as she has or had the knowledge of the Division, which, as we know,
the Division does not exist.
The Doctor, at least in the Time Lord's eyes, is definitely someone who needs to be imprisoned in Shada. The Jejune are also working not on behalf of the Shadow Proclamation, but on behalf of the Time Lords, so it makes logical sense that once the Jejune capture the Doctor, they would imprison her in the prison of the Time Lords, Shada. However, we don't know what the Time Lords wanted to imprison the Doctor for. Was it because she had the knowledge of the Division, or was it for something else? We don't know. And even if we did, I don't know if it'd actually make a difference to the whole Shada theory. Evidence number 2. The similarities in design. The second piece of evidence to suggest that this is indeed Shada, and not some random unnamed prison, is the fact that they have a very similar uncanny resemblance to each other. Here's a picture of Shada, what seems to be a massive chunk of rock with nice looking metal parts bolted onto it. Now here's a picture of the unnamed prison that the Doctor is trapped in. It is like Shada, a giant rock with some nice metal parts bolted onto it. Sure, they don't look exactly the same, with Shada having a more rounded design, with the metal sections only being at the front, whereas the other prison has a more jagged design with metal bits poking out from all around it. They do look similar enough to make me believe that it's probably just an updated redesign of Shada. Nothing comes back in the new series looking exactly how it did in the past, and everything's had some sort of update, whether that be big or small. There's no reason that this can't be an update to the appearance of Shada. This also, if it is indeed Shada, would technically make it the first appearance of the prison in the actual show. Yes, it has appeared in countless novels and Big Finish stories, and I do keep referring to the 4th Doctor story, Shada, but that story was never actually completed, meaning that the design for Shada has technically never been shown on TV. Although you could argue that the 2017 Shada, with the animated sections that take the place of the unfinished scenes, could be considered as canon, but when it comes to the words canon and Doctor Who, well, I'll just leave it to O to tell you about that one.
A lot of inconsistencies, but it's very, very interesting.
And finally, evidence number 3. Other prisons in the Doctor Who universe. Although not really evidence that is directly related to Shada, I just wanted to go through some of the other known prisons in the Whoniverse to show why it can't be them. First of all, Stormcage. Stormcage has had its impact on the Chibnall era before, with Kraskow being once a prisoner there. But we know that this prison can't be Stormcage because the cells in Stormcage look like this, and the cells in the prison look like this. Other prisons include places such as Fortress Island, where the Master was put in prison after being apprehended by the Doctor, and many other prisons on Earth. However, we know the Doctor is trapped in some sort of space prison. I don't believe that there are any prisons in space that we do not know about that aren't Stormcage or Shada. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just what TARDIS Wiki has told me. Another thing to support this, although not really evidence as such, is the fact that in Series 12 Chibnall made a point of bringing back lots of things from the past. He sort of threw everything in the kitchen sink at the past and brought it all back and then retconned everything. So Shada would be a nice way to sort of tie up his series of bringing back things from the past. And finally, I want to know what you think. Do you think that the Doctor is trapped in Shada? Is there any other evidence that I've missed to suggest this? Is there any evidence that goes against this theory? Put that down in the comments section below. Please remember to like this video and subscribe. I am so close to 150 subscribers now. But I've been Cyberman Alf, and from me for now it's goodbye.